Kenya begins an official mourning period today for victims of the Nairobi mall siege. Islamic terrorists killed at least 67 people over 4 days. They claim many more are trapped in the rubble. Kenyan security forces are searching for more victims this morning. Charlie D'Agata is at the scene in Nairobi. Charlie, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie and Nora. There is a sense of relief here in Nairobi that the siege has finally come to an end, but they're also in a state of shock as they're coming to terms with the events that have unfolded over the past 4 days, the fate of the hostages and the horrors that took place inside the mall. Flags are flying at half-mast today as Kenya begins 3 days of mourning for the victims of the massacre at Westgate Mall. Details have begun to emerge about the final assault against the militants, but what is clear this morning is none of the hostages made it out alive. This video shows the actions of those who braved the assault to try and prevent shoppers from becoming captives. Kenyan authorities reportedly tried to negotiate, but the al-Qaeda-linked terrorists didn't even respond. There are also reports that as a helicopter hovered overhead, militants started executing hostages and tossing their bodies off the roof. Any rescue operation was further hampered by smoke from fires set by gunmen. In announcing the siege was over, the president said Kenya stared down evil and triumphed.
We have ashamed and defeated our attackers. That part of our task has been completed by our multi-agency security team.
He said 3 floors of the mall collapsed and several bodies were buried beneath the rubble, including those of terrorists and hostages. The sheer amount of firepower used in the 4-day siege have led Kenyan investigators to chase leads. Some of the attackers rented a shop in the mall for the last 3 months, sneaking in and stocking up on weapons and ammunition. Kenya's president said intelligence reports suggested 2 or 3 Americans may have been among the attackers, but he said he ordered forensic experts to examine the bodies to determine their identities. 11 suspects have been arrested. 5 gunmen were shot inside the mall. Presumably the rest of the militants were killed in the onslaught. The civilian death toll stands at 61, but that death toll is likely to double over the next few days as they're able to retrieve more bodies from the mall. Nora and Charlie?
All right, Charlie, thank you.